Meet Sam. Sam has a dream. He wants to build the biggest, coolest lemonade stand in the entire world. He wants it to have Wi-Fi, a roller coaster, and free refills for everyone. Yes, free refills. But Sam has a problem. A big problem. He is broke. Well, not totally broke, but he doesn't have enough cash right now to pay for the roller coaster. So, what does Sam do? He doesn't call his mom. He does something adults call issuing a bond. What is a bond? A bond is just a fancy word for an I.O.U. note. Imagine Sam goes to his friend, Timmy. Sam says, "Timmy, give me $10 today so I can buy lemons. If you do, I promise to give you your $10 back next year. Plus $1 extra as a thank you gift." That extra dollar. That's called your reward, or interest, or in technical terms, yield. And that piece of paper? That is the bond. Governments, like the US government, do this every single day. But they don't need $10. They need trillions. And they need to borrow it from millions of people. He can't just ask them one by one. That would take forever. He needs a massive party to sell these bonds all at once. Welcome to the bond auction. Why an auction? Because Sam is smart. He doesn't want to pay Timmy a whole extra dollar if he doesn't have to. He wants to see if maybe, just maybe, someone else will lend him money for cheaper. The auction helps the government find the people willing to lend money for the lowest possible reward. Now, before the auction starts, Sam has to decide when he will pay the money back. So, what are the different flavors of bonds? The US government issues 3 main types of bonds, kinda like a fast food menu. Treasury bills, T-bills, you can think of these like chicken nuggets. Short and quick. You get your money back in a few days or up to a year. Treasury notes, T-notes, the cheeseburger. Not too fast, not too slow. You get paid back in 2 to 10 years. Treasury bonds, the big bonds, the 30-course meal. You lend your money for 20 or 30 years. That's a long time to wait for your allowance. Okay, it's auction time. There are 2 types of kids, often referred as bidders. Group 1, which comprises of the I don't care kids. They say, "Sam, here is $100. I don't care what the reward is. Just give me the bond at whatever price everyone else pays." These are the non-competitive bidders, usually regular people like you and me. They get served first. Group 2, the picky kids. These are the competitive bidders, the big banks, large institutional investors, foreign central banks, hedge funds, pension funds, billionaires. They say, "I will lend you money, but only if you pay me 4% interest." Another yells, "I'll do it for 3.9%. Sam starts taking money from the kids asking for the lowest reward first. He keeps taking money until his bucket is full. Now, here's the twist. Once the bucket is full, everyone gets paid the same reward as the last guy who got in. It's fair. Let's quickly see an example. Sam needs $100 million. Bank A says, "I'll lend to you for 3% reward." Bank B says, "I'll lend to you for 4% reward." Bank C says, "I'll lend to you for 5% reward." Sam wants to pay the least. So he takes Bank A's money first. Then Bank B's. He ignores Bank C because they are too expensive. But since Bank B was the last one to get in at 4%, both Bank A and Bank B get 4%. Bank A is super happy because they got more reward than they asked for. After the auction, Wall Street looks at the scorecard to see how it went. Bid to cover ratio, this is the popularity contest. If Sam needed $100, did people offer him $200? If yes, the ratio is 2.0. Higher is better. It means everyone loves Sam's bonds. The high yield, this is the final reward paid, 4% in our example. If this number is really high, it means people were scared to lend to Sam, so he had to promise a huge reward. The tail, if there is a tail, it means the auction was messy and Sam had to offer a last-minute reward bump to get the money. No tail is good for Sam. A big tail is bad for Sam. Why does this matter? Because the reward, the yield, set at these auctions decides the price of money for everyone. If the US government has to pay a lot of interest to borrow money, then the banks will charge you a lot of interest to buy a house, a car, or get a credit card. If the bond auction goes poorly, high yield, the stock market often gets scared and might crash. If it goes well, everyone parties. So, a bond auction is just a giant, fancy bake sale where the government borrows cash to keep the lights on, and big banks fight over who gets to lend it to them. So, next time you hear about 10-year Treasury yields on the news, just remember Sam and his lemonade stand. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so I can afford my own lemonade.